Here's a surprising fact. Did you know that the fastest transport method in Minecraft isn't a minecart, a horse, or even a boat on ice? It's actually the Ender Pearl Stasis Chamber. Yes, you heard that right. The Ender Pearl Stasis Chamber. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is an Ender Pearl Stasis Chamber? Well, it's essentially a transportation device that uses the unique properties of Ender Pearls. When you throw an Ender Pearl in Minecraft, you teleport to wherever it lands. The Stasis Chamber, however, suspends the pearl in midair, allowing you to teleport to it whenever you want. And in terms of speed, nothing can beat it. Once your Ender Pearl is in stasis, you can teleport to it instantly, no matter how far away you are. That's right, you could be on the other side of your Minecraft world, and the Stasis Chamber would get you back home in the blink of an eye. Building an Ender Pearl Stasis Chamber requires a couple of specific resources. You'll need Ender Pearls, of course, which you can get from Enderman. You'll also need a couple of other items like soul sand and a redstone comparator to keep the Ender Pearl suspended. So, how does the Stasis Chamber work? It's actually pretty simple. When you throw an Ender Pearl onto a block of soul sand under a slab, the pearl gets stuck and doesn't teleport you. It's in stasis. Then, when you want to teleport, you just need to send a redstone signal to the pearl. And voila, you're there. Now, it's important to note that while the Ender Pearl Stasis Chamber is undoubtedly the fastest transport method in Minecraft, it isn't necessarily the most practical for everyday use. Ender Pearls can be hard to come by, and setting up a stasis chamber can be a bit tricky. So, the Ender Pearl Stasis Chamber is the fastest, but is it the most efficient? Let's delve further. Now that we've established the fastest method, let's compare it with other popular methods like minecarts, boats, horses, and elytra. First up, minecarts. They are a classic choice for underground and overground transport. With a top speed of around 20 blocks per second, they're certainly not the fastest, but they're consistent. The downside? They require a lot of iron to build the tracks and the minecart itself. But hey, it's a one-time investment for a reliable transport system. Next, we have boats. Now, boats are surprisingly fast, clocking in at about 40 blocks per second on ice. Plus, they require only 5 wooden planks to craft. That's a bargain. But remember, the speed drastically reduces in water, and navigating can be a bit tricky. Let's talk horses now. In Minecraft, horses are not just a means of transport, they're also a companion. They can reach speeds up to almost 30 blocks per second. Horses need no resources to ride once tamed, but finding a fast one can be a challenge. Plus, you can't really control their speed. It varies from horse to horse. Finally, the elytra. The elytra is a pair of wings that allow players to glide through the air at high speeds. It's the fastest method we've discussed so far, potentially reaching speeds over 100 blocks per second. But it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Elytras are hard to come by and they degrade over time, requiring expensive repairs. So, what's the verdict? Well, each method has its pros and cons. Minecarts are reliable but resource heavy. Boats are fast and cheap but tricky to steer. Horses are companions and require no resources, but their speed is unpredictable. Elytras are the fastest, but they are hard to find and maintain. As we can see, each transport method has its own unique advantages and disadvantages. Speed isn't everything. So what's the most efficient transport method in Minecraft? Well, efficiency in Minecraft is a combination of several factors: resources used, ease of use, and accessibility. Let's take a quick look at each of these factors for the different transport methods. Firstly, let's consider the resources used. Building a railway system for minecarts, for example, requires a substantial amount of iron and wood. On the other hand, getting a horse only requires a saddle, which can be found in chests or through trading. Secondly, the ease of use is also an important factor. While minecarts and boats require tracks or waterways to travel, horses can traverse all terrains, making them versatile for exploration. Ender pearls, although fast, require good timing and aim, which might not be everyone's cup of tea. Lastly, accessibility. Horses can be found in various biomes, making them relatively easy to acquire. Minecarts, on the other hand, require a bit of mining and crafting. Ender pearls, while they provide an instant teleportation, require defeating Endermen, which might be a daunting task for some. So, when taking all these factors into account, horses and minecarts emerge as the most efficient modes of transport for most players. Horses, with their ability to traverse various terrains, combined with their speed, make them a reliable and efficient transport method. Minecarts, while requiring more resources, they provide a consistent and controlled speed, which can be beneficial for long, straight distances. Now, it's worth noting that this doesn't mean that the fastest methods are not efficient. The Ender Pearl Stasis Chamber, for example, is incredibly fast, but it requires a significant amount of resources and time to set up, not to mention the risk involved. So while the Ender Pearl Stasis Chamber may be the fastest, horses and minecarts prove to be the most efficient for everyday use. After all, Minecraft is not just about getting from point A to point B as quickly as possible, but also about the journey and the adventures along the way. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We've journeyed through the fastest transport methods in the vast universe of Minecraft, comparing the speeds and efficiencies of each option. Whether you're soaring the skies with the Elytra, speeding through the nether with a boat on blue ice, or zipping around on a minecart, remember that speed is only one factor to consider. Efficiency is equally important. How much energy or resources does it take to maintain your chosen method? For instance, the Elytra, while fast, requires fireworks for propulsion, which can consume a lot of resources over time. And let's not forget about your personal resources. Not all methods are accessible right from the start. Some require substantial materials and time to set up, like the Nether transportation system. Remember, the best transport method depends on your specific needs and resources. So choose wisely and enjoy your journey in the world of Minecraft.